Hello, Grace 101. I am Pastor Dave. I'm the lead pastor here at Grace. And first of all, I want to thank you for being a part of Grace Church. We are so blessed to have you here. I'm also excited that you are taking the Grace 101. It is a great course to find out how you're wired, where you can plug in, and who we are as a church. We need every single person if we are going to accomplish our mission of worshiping God by making disciples. We really want to see people worshiping, serving, growing, and reproducing here in this church. And that takes people like you, people who are wired like you, who have the gifts that God has given you, and finding out what those gifts are and then investing them in the ministries of the church and our community. So we're excited for you, and hopefully over the next few minutes you will hear some specific ministries that will excite you and are perfect for you to plug in and invest.
I'm Jeanette Danillion, and I give direction to women's ministries here at Grace. And really the heart of women's ministry is relationships. I think most women are hardwired for relationship, and most desire connection with other women at some level. And so women's ministries really exists to make disciples while becoming better disciples ourselves. And that happens in relationship. And so there are many opportunities to serve around the goal of making disciples. I kind of divide it into two areas. The first area would be those who serve by intentionally forming and being in relationship with other women. The other area is to provide the structure where relationships can form. And so what I mean by intentionally forming and being in a relationship would be those women who are willing to be one-on-one, maybe in a mentoring or coaching situation. They may be older with younger women, or maybe a mutual accountability group, or those who are looking to maybe host a group, a small group of 4 or 6 women, or facilitate a small group in Bible study, or maybe teach skills to a small group, how to break bread, or they are inviting women over to their home to share a meal. Or maybe it's in a large group setting where you want to invite 20 women over to your house for coffee. Depending on your personality will determine whether you build relationships in a coffee shop or in your home, or whether you're doing it weekly or monthly. And then some of the gifts that would be useful in serving in this way would be hospitality, the gift of mercy, shepherding, leadership, evangelism, and then there's abilities. We were looking for women who are able to encourage and influence and lead and welcome and mentor and do some teaching. So the other area where we're looking for women to serve is those who can provide the structure where relationships can be built. So maybe you don't want to host or lead a small group, but you want to join a small group and you can cook. So you're welcome to bring food. Or you can offer your home for someone else to lead the small group. And by doing that, you're providing the structure where relationships can be formed. Or maybe you don't want to host a large group for coffee, but you can teach a large group of women through Bible study. And so again, you're providing the structure where relationships can be formed. Or you can be on a worship team at a women's event. Or you can help coordinate a women's event. Or you can do the graphic design for a poster for a women's event. And then again, depending on your personality, some want to be behind the scenes. They want to be serving and doing things behind the scenes for an event, like fixing food, or, for instance, or making the coffee. But others want to be in front, and maybe you are performing a meaningful drama at a women's event. You could maybe provide childcare, or you're on cleanup. All of these are parts of providing the structure where relationships can then form. So some of the gifts that are needed in this area are administration, creative communication, helps. The gift of helps covers such a wide, broad area. And hospitality, teaching, it's a long list of gifts. And then some of the abilities would involve administrating, building, designing, cooking, coordinating, decorating, planning, organizing. So my desire is for women to learn to love God and learn to love others. And that includes others who are different than us. We want to have relationship with those of a different generation than us, a different culture, a different background. Women come with all sorts of brokenness and issues. And women need to find empathy from other women. And so, depending on what your passion is, there is opportunity to form and build relationship or provide the structure so that relationships can be formed in a whole lot of different areas. And so your passion may be serving the elderly or teen moms or moms of young children. Maybe your passion is those women who've gone through divorce, or they're homeless, or they're domestic abuse victims, or they're impoverished, or they're singles. The list just goes on and on depending on what your passion is and who your passion is for. So depending on your passion, you could lead a Bible study in the jail, you could lead a Bible study in a shelter or with your neighbors or here at Grace. So I'm looking for women who are willing to serve inside our congregation here at Grace or outside in our community of Dallas and beyond. So we want to make disciples while becoming better disciples ourselves. And that comes through intentionally forming relationships or providing the structure to form those relationships.
Hi, I'm Carissa. I'm the Children's Ministry Director here at Grace. The Children's Ministry here at Grace is just an amazing program. We have so many amazing volunteers that teach our kids, who help with behind the scenes, with decorating, there's just so many ways to be involved with kids here at Grace. It's a great way for you to be involved with kids and give them the opportunity to know about Jesus and the gospel. There's so many ways to do it. So many different gifts can be part of it. If you like to decorate, we have people for that. If you like to sit down with kids and just sit with them and read a book, we need people for that. If you just like to build, we need set designs a lot of the times. There's lots of ways to be involved. It's not just teaching. But we do have a lot of teaching positions that need to be filled. Our ministry is for those that just turned 3 through those that are finishing 5th grade. So lots of opportunities with lots of different grades. Personality-wise, it's just somebody who can be fun, who can be flexible, who can be organized. Really, it fits just about anybody. If you have a passion to work with kids, and this is the place for it. The commitment levels are different for all different projects and different classes. So don't be hindered by thinking that you need to commit for 2 years. It could be a 3-month commitment. It could be lots of different ways. A new ministry we have here at Grace is our special needs buddies. We have a couple kids that need one-on-one to be in a classroom. And we are looking to slowly grow that ministry. So if you like to be with kids who need a little extra attention due to some physical or developmental delays, this is a great place to be. Some current needs that we have our summer program coming up. We need people who can be in the classroom, who can be small group leaders with older elementary, who can teach small 3-year-olds, who can help out with our VBS in many different ways, who can help out at activity nights. Lots of different ways. Our Christmas play program is going to be coming up in December. We need set designs and decorators, and so there's lots of ways to get involved with children's ministries. It's not just a one-shot, I only have to be able to teach. Just if you have a desire to be with kids and want them to learn about Jesus, come and contact me, and I'd love to talk to you about it.
Hey Grace 101, my name is David. I'm one of the directors of the youth ministry here at Grace Church. Here at Fearless Youth Ministry, we want to see students who are fearless followers of Jesus Christ, and we are always looking for leaders who can help them along that journey. These students need consistent leaders in their lives. They need people who can come alongside them and mentor them and walk with them on their spiritual journey. We are looking for a variety of leaders to serve in the youth ministry. We have a very diverse group of kids. Some are outgoing, some are a little more quiet. So if you fit into either of those categories, we could use you. So if you are more energetic and outgoing, more extroverted, or if you're a little more quiet or reserved, more introverted, you could serve well in the youth ministry. There are a variety of gifts that can be used in youth ministry, so whether that be administration and helping plan events and games, or encouragement that can be used on a midweek night or a Sunday morning to encourage the students as they grow in their walk with Christ. Could be leadership. They need, again, consistent leaders in their lives. Mercy. These students need to be shown grace. They need to be shown the love of Jesus. And shepherding and teaching, as you maybe teach on a midweek night or in a life group on a Sunday morning. Maybe you look back on your teenage years and you remember things you've learned that you want to pass on. Or maybe you have different experiences in youth ministry, whether that be at another church or discipling teenagers in the past. All of these things can fit in really well as you serve at Fearless. Some natural talents and abilities that fit well in youth ministry. If you have a passion for music, we have a time of worship every week. So if you like to sing, play an instrument, or work with tech, we can use you here. If you have a passion for leading games and just having fun with the students, we can use you here. And just service in general. These students can learn a lot from seeing you serve, whether that be straightening out chairs or serving at the welcome booth, or just serving the students in general. They will feel loved, and hopefully will go and see your model and do the same.
Hey everyone, my name is Ryan Busher, and I am the worship pastor here at Grace and also involved in some other ministries. We are actually looking for several different types of people in the different ministries that I'm involved in. In worship ministry, we're looking for people that are obviously musical, just instruments and singing, but then also we want people that work well as in a team and then just really have a heart for God. And so if that's you, we'd love to have you be a part of that. You can contact me. Also, as far as worship ministry, we have different people behind the scenes that are doing tech and computers. So if you have skills and abilities in doing sound or running computer programs or video programs, just more of those detail-oriented positions, then we'd love to have you be involved in the rotations there for those ministries. I'm also helping out in the area of men's ministry, and so we just want to get guys engaged in church, in leading their homes here at Grace. And so if your heart is for planning or being involved in different men's activities, or maybe it's just mentoring other guys or doing guys' Bible studies, some of those different things, working with men, we'd love to have you be a part of that. Finally, a couple different areas that I oversee as well is our refocus groups, which meet on Sunday nights. And we have some great leaders in there right now, but that ministry is really just for people that are struggling in deeper areas of their life with addictions or just grief issues, some of those areas where they're just stuck and they need some extra help. If you have a heart for being involved in that kind of ministry, or if you have counseling abilities, being able to work through tougher issues, that would be a great place for you to get plugged in, just to be able to help, whether that's in leading a group or assisting the leaders in that ministry. And then also we have our marriage mentoring ministry, which just comes alongside couples that are working through things in their marriages, whether they've been married for 20 years or just a few months, that are coming alongside working through just some of those different areas where they're stuck. And so that would just be involving just going through the training, and then you'll be assigned couples to work with. And so I can get you more details as well on marriage mentoring.
So I'm Heather Seals. I'm the nursery director here at Grace, and just thinking about gifts and what your shape is and where you would fit. You know, if you are someone who is gifted with encouragement, gifted with mercy, helps, hospitality, if you are that person that gets a twinkle in your eye and your little heart just jumps in your chest when you see a family walk through the door with young kids, then you could connect with either Teen MOPS, Cradle Care Ministry, or the nursery ministries. Specifically, each of these ministries could benefit from your experiences. In Cradle Care, it's all about discipling families who are gaining a child, either through adoption, through fostering, through pregnancy. It's all about one-on-one friendships and just encouraging women who have walked through those stages in life at any age. So if you're a grandma who fostered your grandchild, if you are a young mom who's having your 4th or 5th child, then connect and let's support each other. If you have a gift of friendship, a gift of prayer support, and a small bit of organization is helpful. In the Teen MOPS ministry, we are looking for anyone who has a heart for teen moms. We have needs on our prayer team, our hospitality team, our outreach team, and our childcare team. So if you have the gift of gab, you can help us get the word out to our community. If you can cook, if you can pray, if you can play, we want to connect with you. It's our desire that all teen moms in our community have come to recognize that the church is more than just a big scary building, but it's a place where they can meet Jesus and experience his heart. So also in the nursery ministry, we are looking for people who love kids, who can encourage families, and who can patiently introduce infants and toddlers to their loving Heavenly Father through creative activities, joyful songs, to even just a comforting lap to sit on while mom and dad are in service. Then connect. Let's get together and let's plug you in.
Hi, my name is Susie Fry, and I'm a ministry assistant here at Grace Church. And if you are interested in behind the scenes kind of work, we have a lot of opportunities for people who score high in the helps, hospitality, and administration part of the SHAPE test. We have things that need to be done like stuffing bulletins, making coffee on Sunday mornings, serving in the kitchen for special events, making meals for people in need, making meals for special events, prep ahead projects like cutting, sorting, or copying. So if you scored high on those 3 categories, then this is the spot for you. Another opportunity we have is some community organizations that we are connected with. If you scored high in the helps, mercy, heart for the homeless kind of categories, we have James 2 Kitchen, where you are serving homeless people, elderly people, young families that are having a hard time getting by, and that is in Dallas and the Falls City community. That's one organization. The other organization is Bambinos, and that is for at-risk children and young moms. It's an organization that helps these moms get on their feet and become independent so they don't need any other help. And those are great missions to be associated with if that's where you feel like you're being called to lead.